FOS TV is brought to you by the Lions Den. The Den always has been and always will be about enjoying family and friends in an environment steeped in Happy Valley tradition. So come back to the Den, the perfect place to recall old memories while creating new ones.
Hey Jordan, I know you're pretty close with Silas. Was it hard saying goodbye to him, and what kind of contact have you had with him since he left?
Yeah, it was a different situation that I had to go through. He was one of my roommates. It was weird seeing him packing up and leaving, but like I've been telling everybody, he's still one of my good friends. Just because of the decision that he had to make, it doesn't affect our friendship. We're not teammates anymore, but I still keep in contact. He called me a couple days ago, just wondering how I was doing and how the team was.
Coach Bill OBrien came up a little earlier on and said that he actually had a few butterflies. I'm just wondering, he seems like a guy who's always level-headed. Does that surprise you at all? And what has he shown you guys this offseason so far?
As a football player, and he was, that comes with the first game always. No matter who you play, no matter what situation it is, that first game, you're never quite sure how it's going to go. You're always optimistic about everything because it's the first game. It's the first time you get to try everything that you've been practicing all year long. And as a coach, you get to see how the players react with everything that's going on and through all the off-season training that we've been doing.
Jordan, as a competitor and as a top athlete, knowing that you can't compete for a bowl game, can't compete for a conference or a national championship, what is it that makes a guy like you want to stay here and fight no matter where other people decide to go?
I think you said it. It's the competitor that's in me and a lot of guys on the team. But me growing up, I've always been a competitor. That's how my talent is. It's just the nature of who I am. When we're knocked down, I was always taught to fight back and always go down swinging. So it's not like we don't get to play any games either. So every game that we play, there's a winner and a loser, and I definitely don't want to be a loser.
So how will this team and this program define success, given that ultimately you can't reach the top of the mountain?
Going out in each and every game and playing how we want to play, playing out our game plan, and executing everything that we want to go out and do, and ultimately just getting the wins.
Players stayed for this season, most of you. Is there a sense of urgency for you guys to have a really good season this year, to set the table and keep players who may decide to go maybe after the season?
It's big for all of us seniors. It's our last year. We don't want to go out with a losing season. We want to go out with the best possible season that we can have. And then as far as people leaving, other players leaving after this year, I think if we win a lot of games, that'll go far. But at the same time, they'll be put in the same situation that we were, and keeping their senior team together, their senior year team together. And I think they'll take it upon themselves to stay and keep this thing together.
Jordan, of all the changes in the program, which one surprised you the most and which one excites you the most?
I don't know which one surprised me, but the one that excited me the most was definitely the weight room. It was just a different nature, different types of lifting, ones that I wasn't accumulative to. I never lifted free weights, never had the equipment that we had. In high school you do your bench and you'll do a squat, but that's basically it. And then you think you can do curls to get big and stuff like that. But going through Coach Fitz's new program, it was great. I'd say that was the change I was most excited for, and it really showed its results.
Jordan?
Since the sanctions came down, there's been a lot of talk about what it means for Penn State in the future, down the road, and also some focus on the guys who left this current team. As somebody who stayed and has been with this team since it all happened, do you think there's a chance that outsiders have an underestimate what this team can do what it still has, and what it's capable of?
Definitely. You know, when you go through a hard situation, and you know, the one like we're going through, outsiders tend to think that, you know, oh, they'll give up on everything, but you know, we're here to fight. We're here to help this university. You know, we don't want to leave this place in a bad situation. So, you know, we want to go out and do the best possible things that we can do. That's on and off the field.
In regard with that, do you feel that a good performance early in the year would kind of pick the spirits up of the entire Penn State fan base?
I know for a fact that, you know, we go out there and play a big game. It'll take us far as a team for sure. And you know, as far as our fan base, it'll really get them going and get them excited because they'll know that we're not down.
Do you guys pay much attention to the production, the music during the day of the game? And you know, some songs have been written about that they're going to stay and add one. Just curious of players' perspective on that.
You know, we haven't really put too much thought into it. It's something that you really get into when you're, you know, going through your recruiting process. You're like, hey, I know that song, and you get really hype about it. But you know, when it's game day, you're really focusing on what you have to do during the game, and you know what you have to do to get the win. So you know, the music it's a big thing for the fans and everybody, and traditionally it's something that, you know, we really like. But you know, we've been going through change, and it's just another thing that we have to go through. And you know, I feel that everybody will like our music.
Hey Jordan, was there a time, a meeting, a time on the practice field where you were most impressed by Coach OBrien?
I would say how he conducts practice, how he wants things ran on a consistent basis. You know, it's going to go his way throughout the whole practice. It's at a high pace, fast pace, and he wants everything done the right way. And you know, and he leaves all the coaching for on the videotape. And you know, you make a mistake, he's going to let you know off the field. But you know on the field that, you know, you messed up and you got to get it right the next time.
With everything that's gone on in the offseason, obviously there will be eyes on this game Saturday with you guys making a deal about staying here, coming back for what you want to do. Is there added pressure? You know, maybe you can't go to the national championship, but Saturday and the rest of the season?
Towards the beginning, when we were really thinking about it, like, oh, that's you know, that's a burden on our shoulders and stuff like that. But now that we're closer to the game, you know, we're just ready to go play football. It's been so long, you know, especially for us, it's felt like forever since we played a game. And, you know, we're just really excited to go out there and play football.
You being a senior, what will it be like for you? I mean, the season's going to end in November. There's not going to be a bowl game. I mean, you thought about that at all? Is that a tough thing to go through, or how are you thinking about this season?
You know, that last game will definitely be emotional. Not to say that I'm not an emotional guy anyway. My senior year, we won the state championship 16-0, and I still cried after the end of the game. I know it was the last time I put that uniform on. So, you know, it'll be the same this year. It's the last time I get to put on a Penn State uniform. So, you know, that's going to be emotional as it is. But at the same time, you got to go out and get ready and just be ready to play that game because, you know, that'll be a big game.